Right, so this is the last video, the last installment of how to make your own sourdough. So in the first video we learned how to make our own starter, our own levain, and using apples, grated apples. After 48 hours we extracted the juice. To that juice we fed flour. 24 hours after that we refreshed. So in total 5 days it took us to get from start to finish with our starter. Then we incorporated it into a dough. We used a technique called stretch and fold. It's a no-knead technique. That means we don't have to spend 10 minutes developing the dough through kneading. We can actually let the dough develop itself through stretching and folding. So that's what we done. We put it in bulk ferment into the box, into our container. We marked the level. It took about 6-7 hours for it to get at least 60% by volume, although 100% is fine if it doubles in volume, but just no more because it can over ferment. And if it over ferments, well then the gluten's going to start to break down and you're not going to get great volume in the bake. So at this stage we've left it in the fridge. After we've bulk fermented for the 6 or 7 hours, we shape it the way I showed in the last video. Shape it round. If you want to shape it long, well, you can. There's plenty of videos that will show you how to shape it long, but just for the purpose of this video, we shaped it round. It was left in the fridge for 12 hours, there or thereabouts. I took it out an hour ago, preheat the oven. So the oven's to the max, the highest it will go. So now we have our dough here, and it's pretty much ready to go. You see, it's increased by at least 100%, if not more. So a little bit sticky, but when you push down, you still see the indentation of your finger, but there's some resistance. The dough wants to push back, and that's how you know it's proofed properly. So just to the top of this dough, because I'm going to invert it onto our lid, I'm just going to sprinkle it with some polenta, but you can use polenta, you can use flour if you want to, semolina, you know, whatever you have to hand. So I'm just going to put my lid on top, just taking care that my tea towel is over the edge. Then I'm just going to flip over, just like that. Remove your tea towel. Just make sure it's sitting nice for you, nice and even. Okay, so with your blade, so this is called a lamb, and it's what you use to score the bread with. And basically all it is just a razor blade, and you can get those at any shop. You can just use the blade by itself, you don't need one of these. So yeah, you definitely need a razor blade though, don't try and use a knife. So anyway, you can go crazy on this, whatever way you want to score it, but this is a nice one that'll allow it to spring up nicely. So using this side of the blade pointing towards you, rotate towards you, rotate towards you, rotate towards you. So you see there's 4 scores, okay, each one overlapping the previous, okay, and that's going to allow it to really spring up nicely. So lid on, and then into your oven for 16 minutes, just like this. Actually, it would be handy if I had it set up first, being a baker and all. Oh, nice. Now, any questions? Don't be afraid to ask.